an elite group of embedded agents. We walk among you. We are you until we are activated. Then we leave everything behind to answer the call. When all else fails, we are the last resort, the last line of defense, and we will give our lives to save what remains.
What is up, agents? Shade Network. We have been activated again. This time we are on mobile. This is Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence. I have to thank my partners here at Ubisoft for the advanced look into this game. I've been playing around with it all weekend. We got some early access. Game launches on March 31st, which is the same day as this video launches. And we're going to go over the game, look at it in depth. We've been playing with the systems, the weapons, the maps, the UI, everything. Little bit of a spoiler alert. Everything works fantastic. So that should set the tone for the rest of the video. This is going to be a lot of good, and we'll have a little bit of contrasting on what's different between PC, like Division 2, Division 1 versus the mobile game. We'll go over all the mechanics, the UI, the gameplay, and we'll look into some of the missions as well. If you're looking to enjoy this for yourself, totally up for grabs. Make sure you pre-order the game. You can do that in your app store. It's on the iOS store and the Android store. Just hit the pre-launch and make sure that you're ready for that. It'll notify you whenever the download is ready on March 31st. And you'll be able to download the game. It will have like seasons, battle passes, things like that. There's going to be in-game items that you can buy, like outfits and other skins and things that you can customize. If you're akin to any of the Division games, you've seen this before, where they have a lot of customization around the weapons and your gear and how you look. So without further ado, let's look into the Division Resurgence and check this game out. To the tutorial. So this is where we get into the game's mechanics. The first one is a vault. So basically you're just going through, and I'm still using the hand controls for this one, and you're going to go through, and each time you get to a yellow banner or a yellow border, you're just going to hit the vault key on the right hand side there, and then it's going to take you up to the top. So as we go through here, we're going to go through some live fire. We're going to actually take out our weapons and shoot some targets. So we go through target practice. Again, since I'm doing this with hand controls, you're basically going to use the right side of the screen to move, and then whenever you want to fire, you just tap on the bullet. And it really wasn't too bad. You could actually play the game this way. It's pretty intuitive. So if you want to zoom in, you can tap the button up in the little reticule. Then we're just going to be hitting these moving targets, go left and right. Bada boom, bada bing. Alright, so now we're going to swap weapons and actually do long range. And if you hold shoot, hold it down, it will aim, it will actually zoom in, which is great. And then you let go of the button, and it fires. Pretty easy to do with your thumbs. Go in and grab the second target. Now we're going to try out the grenades. Grenades are actually really fun in the Division, so if you tap, it will throw it. If you hold, you will get an aiming reticule. It's actually an area on the map, and then you can throw it and move it to the area and just release, and it will throw. Now we move on to cover tactics. Cover tactics are one of my favorite parts of this game. So as you get close to cover, you'll be able to tap and go behind it. And if you want to move to the next one, you just follow the orange arrow, hold down the cover button, tap it, it will go to the next one, so on and so forth. If you move the joystick back, you can get away from cover. But basically, you are almost invulnerable while you're there unless somebody comes around the corner and starts shooting you. So use the cover wisely. Make sure you have room between yourself and whatever's attacking you. These turrets right here in the game will usually shoot around and then give you a break to run. So we're going to utilize this break, and we're going to get to different cover. So you probably have about 5 to 7 seconds between rounds, so plenty of time to get to the next barrier before you start attacking. We don't get to attack in the tutorial until you get to the front barrier, so we're going to go ahead and move up there. And we'll go ahead and take out the turret. Turrets can be quite beefy, so it did take a few rounds to take that one out. Skipped ahead just for a little bit of continuity here. We're going to move on. And this gets you into the melee section. And make sure you whack them hard. So if you're too far away, you will not whack him hard. Get close, use your gun, whack him hard. There is a melee button that will show up when you are close to a target. Now we get into specializations. This is one of the key elements of Division. There are 5 specializations in this game. It will show you the 5 specializations. It only shows you 4 here. There's actually a 5th, and I have a video segment on that. So we have all these 4 to choose from. I chose Vanguard for this test. You get a scanning pulse, you have smart cover, and you have a tactical link. First, we're just going to tap on our special skill. It's going to pulse enemies and highlight them. Then we can take them out. A little bit excessive to use the marksman rifle, but hey, sounded like fun. The enemies in the Division do talk a lot of smack, and this game does have a lot of vulgarity in the language. So if you're not used to that, you don't like that, might be able to turn it off in settings. I haven't checked that out yet. So here we're going to use Tactical Link. Basically gives me a lot more damage. And we're going to take out these 4 guys. It also kind of provided like an auto aim. It was very easy to take out those 4 enemies. Alright, the rest of this tutorial is just take out all of these enemies, use everything I have at my disposal. I have grenades, I have special weapons, I have my SMG, I have the marksman rifle. We can use cover, we can use our specials. Every single thing that we've learned so far is here to take out all of these enemies. This is what a mission is going to look like in most cases. You just want to make sure you stay behind cover the entire time. Use your tools, recover, incapacitate the enemies when you can, makes it easier to take them out. A lot of times you want to stay back because reinforcements will deploy. So if you're too far ahead in cover, those reinforcements will deploy right on top of you. As you can see, I completely ignore my own advice and I just move straight into the crowd. The chosen apparel for the thugs is always the hoodie, jacket, jeans, and tennis shoes. You're going to see that on about every enemy in the game. Don't worry, they never change outfits. This is how they roll. They shoot their guns sideways too, like they're in a gang. Always a characteristic. All right, so you can either confirm your choice here or you can try all of the other choices. We picked Vanguard to finish, and the tutorial is done. Oh, but you are activated. So that concludes the training tutorial. It's actually really good. It goes through cover and switching weapons and basically, doing targeting. So for this, I am using a controller. You can use your thumbs. If you like those guys, you can use it. It's about as wonky as any other FPS game on mobile if you've ever played that. So I'm not saying their controls are bad, just saying playing FPS games with your thumbs is not the best experience. And as of playing this, the back button or B on my Xbox controller was not moving me out of different windows. They've patched that, so now the UI is actually working really well, as if you were playing with a controller just on any console or PC. So I'm liking that so far. So let's dive into the missions and actually go over the gameplay, some of the UI, and other things you'll unlock as you play this game. The Division offers character customization. There's not much to choose from. You choose male or female, and then you choose 4 of these kind of what I call archetypes. And then you can go in and customize them however you want. We have skin brightness and saturation. Also, skin color can be changed. All 3, I feel like, are changing skin color. We have 6 different types to choose from. After skin type, you can go for hair. We have 12 different types to choose from. After that, we move to hair color. Hair color has around 12 to pick from. There might be more, but I couldn't actually find a way to scroll down. So we picked pink because pink is cool. You can change the hair saturation and brightness. Not going to mess that much. Hit next step. Next step is to confirm your accessories or your apparel. You've got 4 hat choices, and with this game you can unlock more through either purchasing in the shop, or if it's anything like Division 2 or 1, you can get kind of loot boxes for completing activities, and sometimes you're rewarded with new apparel items. You can pick your hat, your jacket, your shirt, your pants, and your shoes. Shoes in this game I've always thought have been the ugliest choices, and hats and jackets I've always thought have been the coolest. Once you create this character, you cannot alter the appearance, so I hope you like it, because you're going to see it in the mirror one more time, and then you're not going to care about it ever again, because you're just going to play the game. Now, when you pick a specialization, you're going to get a really cool weapon, and this animation leading you up to that case is not what you think it is. It's for you to pick your name. Here is one of my biggest nits with any game is I want to be Sir Dead Knight in game. However, I get character limited in almost every game, it seems like these days. I was able to type my whole name, but only Sir Dead Knight appeared on the screen. I contemplated for a moment, and then I just confirmed, because it's just pre-game. Now we open up our case, and we're going to head into our first mission. Here's the situation map. We'll actually take a look at the real map here in a minute. Pick up our gear pack, lock and load, and we are ready for our first mission. Before we get into that first mission, we're going to talk about specializations. We have 5, as mentioned. So, Tech Operator was not listed in the tutorial. We have Vanguard, we have Bulwark, Demolitionist, and Medic. For this character, I chose Medic. Before we take off into a mission, let's look at the map itself. Now, as you scroll around, you can see the different parts of New York City that are open. The main tasks are going to be in bright green. Those are going to be your main story quest. And then as you click on different parts of the city, like the dark zone up here, which is the PvP zone, they will show buildings in 3D, which is actually kind of cool. And you can zoom in with your fingers, or you can use your controller. But this is how you get around in the Division Resurgence game. This is the first mission in Division Resurgence, and you depart as the agent. You go out in the streets of New York, and you're going to follow these orange lines. That's going to lead you to objectives. And if you can see on the top left, you've got a little radar, and as enemies get closer, the red bars get a little bit more pronounced. And then you can see the red marks above their heads. After we take care of the first group of enemies, we're just going to hop over some boundaries, head out into the main street, and continue the objective. Now, you can hop over trucks, you can hop on them, You can hide behind them, so pretty much use anything that you want in a mission as cover. That is one of my specialty skills there. As we throw that above their heads, it drops a little bit of chemical and burns them. And it's basically, it's called a hive. And so you have two of them. The one with left button is supposed to sting them with darts, but it only works if you one tap activate it. If I throw it near them, I don't seem to get the same effect. So I stopped throwing that one after a while. The one with right button will scatter above them and hit them with the noxious gas, and actually does quite a bit of damage, so it's pretty nice. So just starting out in the game, we don't have much unlocked on the character screen just there. You can see everything in the menu was locked up for me, so we're just going to continue on and just hammer these enemies until we can find some gear and do some leveling up. And there you can see we found a first piece of green gear. So gear is marked as green, white, green, blue, purple, and then gold is your legendary. If we take a look into character customization, you can see agent identity will show your specialization level, character level. You can look at all your combat skills. So we have oxidizing swarm. These are the micro drones that are going to hover over the enemy and display, add some darts. The oxidizing hive is the one, this is the one that I was not throwing, I'm just tapping, so it basically enhances my bullets. Chemical trap is great, you throw it over the enemies and applies corrosion to them. And then the game starts you out with concussion grenades and you get med kits. Here you can see our specialization, so this is almost like a skill tree. Go through and you find these materials and you can upgrade these. And since I'm the medic, that was called tactical pharma. If you've never played a Division game, they're heavy on cutscenes. They do voice most of the characters, if not all of them. All right, new objective, we're heading out the door. Gonna go take care of some more enemies, but we picked up a friend. The NPCs will fight with you, and they can actually do damage, so they're not just there being annoying. So you're going to go through this mission and do a lot more fighting just like that, just taking out different mobs. Here we found another weapon, and this time it's going to ask us to switch to the newly acquired weapon. So that's pretty cool. I think we actually have two. We have like an SMG and an assault rifle now. My main mix when I'm playing Division is I want something like a assault rifle or something quick like SMG. And my alternate, depending on the mission, if you have tight quarter missions inside of a building, you want a shotgun to be your backup. Or if you have a long range missions kind of like these, then having a marksman rifle or a sniper is ideal. Don't forget as you're going through missions to use all of your specials. It's easy to forget that and just start using gunplay, but when you get up close and personal, kind of like with this purple guy that I did, and I didn't even know he was to the right of me because I wasn't paying attention. This is where a shotgun or something short range can help you out. Purple enemies are kind of like elite enemies. Reds are just normal mobs. Okay, now we're getting into an elite enemy. This is like a little mini cutscene to show, hey, the troops have rolled in. Time to move, time to fall back. Or time to get blown up by car bombs. Either way. So this is going to be an elite enemy, and this one is different than other games that I've played, like Division 2, because this one has some weak points to take out basically the machine or the truck, and then you can actually take down the gunner. So you really can't do much damage, if any at all, to the gunner until you take down those weak points. The weak points are the ones with the orange diamonds above them. You can see there we're doing a tiny bit of damage, but he's pretty much shielded. Go ahead and take out the weak points. There you go. Got a little bit of explosion. Now he's exposed. Actually does quite a bit of damage to this yellow bar enemy. And there we go. Pick up some more gear. Now we unlocked inventory. So inventory is where you're going to obviously keep your stuff. The way to get to it, if you're using a controller, you hold down on the down pad and then use your right stick to select your inventory. You can also hit start button, should take you there. So it's going to go through and show you, hey, you got a new weapon, let's equip it. You can also improve your weapons from this menu once you unlock. There's an NPC in the town. So you can actually start doing this in town, which is really nice because you don't want to have to go back to town every single time to upgrade weapons. You kind of do this a lot in the game. Get to the chopper! She says it a lot in this mission, by the way. At this point in the story, Agent Kelly's super annoying because she knows everything and she cuts everybody off. The way they wrote her character is just she's a complete asshole. And she's going to ask for like multiple choppers. The graphics and the cinematics are actually really good. The way they incorporate your character into the videos, just like the real game. Like, it's hard to believe this is a mobile game sometimes. If you pop this and just airplayed it on TV, you would feel like you're playing the Divisions. So now we've just unlocked a ton of stuff in our menus. So we have event centers. We have, this is basically your town, if you will. This is where you set up shop. So we have the armory. You can now get to your friends list. You have an inbox for messages. This is proficiencies for all your weapons. So if you go through here, you've got tabs for each weapon. And then it will show you if you have a proficiency unlocked. And then weapon talents are just things that add additional skills to a weapon. So we have shotguns, rifles, machine guns, ARs, LMGs. Lots of different types of weapons in this game are actually quite useful to mix and match. Here's some of the talents you can see. We have bloody hand, we got steady hands 1 and 2. If you see two different icons, they're the same icon. It's just level 1, level 2. Power tiers we can't get to until level 30. And then a bunch of other stuff unlocks at level 30. Proficiency unlocks at character level 13. So really can't get much into that yet. And if we go to the gear, same thing for the gear. You have proficiencies in your body armor, knee pads, backpacks, gloves. Pretty much everything in the game has proficiency. You have Season 1, Tier 1, and Tier 2. I'm not sure if seasonal gear is going to change every time they drop a new season. Like, all of these will change, or if it's just going to keep those in Season 1 and just add Season 2, like append it to the right, so you just keep scrolling. If you ever want to go back to training, go to training. There's going to be events. There'll be a calendar, and you'll be able to check out those events as they happen. They'll pop up on that calendar, and you can participate in those. They'll probably be optional, just like they are in the regular game. The thing about dismantling gear that's really nice, if you go to dismantle, it actually takes you to a dismantle screen. So it's not just dismantling one piece of armor. You can go through and select the color quality that you want to dismantle. So you can pick one quality or 2 or 3 or whatever you want, and it will delete all of those from your inventory. So you got to be careful with that one. But if you just want to go one by one, you just select each gear type on the right hand side, select the gear that you want to dismantle, and then hit dismantle. If you want to improve gear, you need materials. Materials are listed on the gear, which shows you what you need to improve each one. You can't improve a weapon past 1 or 2 levels above your character level. So right now this is the marksman rifle. It's the M700. It's level 1. And then our AR is level 1 as well. Our character level has increased to level 2. Doesn't really do much besides show you level 2. This screen, the attributes, shows you your mix of your DPS and your armor and your special. And then if you have weapon attributes, you can go through each one and look at the different attributes that you have for stuff that is equipped, including your special items and weapons from your focus. Here are the events that we were talking about. So we have Agent's Journey. So you can claim events as you go through them. This is kind of like, I'm guessing this is like your season pass. You're going to have many different things that are happening on the events timeline. So, you know, training tracks, you have premium things, you have agent journey, which is just you progressing through the game and you get rewarded for it, which is kind of nice. And there we go. So let's go through and check out a little bit of the, I call it camp. We get a login event that popped in as we were going through. So I'm guessing that might happen after you finish mission 1, tutorials, all that stuff. It is, you're going to get a login reward for each day. So that's kind of nice. Again, the flywheel, if you hit down on the D-pad, and then you can use your right trigger or right thumbstick to maneuver around that flywheel. A lot of this building is just going to be static, nothing. You're going to walk right through it. There's a bunch of tents. The different people are at different tents. Here, it is the quartermaster. You can talk to the quartermaster now. He doesn't really have anything for you message-wise, but they do have things that you can buy. And the first thing that we buy is this blue guns, because why not? Sometimes you get into little tutorial things and you're not looking to do tutorial things because I've already played the game, but for new players, it's probably good for them. All right, so we got that gun. We'll swap to that a little bit later. Here is the equipment improvement station, something you definitely want to unlock. All right, so we've upgraded that to level 2. Again, once you unlock this guy, you should be able to do this basically from anywhere. You don't really have to be at this table. So level 3 is the highest I could take that gun. That's going to be max for now. In addition to guns, you can also improve your gear. So if you are on here, you're on weapons. If you hit in the top left, you can hit gear. You're going to have a orange question mark on things that always are able to be leveled up. And it's probably going to drive you nuts like it drives me nuts. Kind of like having, you know, things on your phone that tells you you have a message or something in a box. Some people have to clear those things out. I haven't found a way to clear these out without upgrading. So it might just be something we have to deal with for now. Can't make it go away. Upgrading your gear is the best way to stay current with your missions, so you don't get left behind. The enemies will scale up, kind of like world tier scaling. So as you scale up, they will scale up, and if you leave your equipment behind, they will leave you behind. Here on the map, you can check your mission panel. This tells you where to go, what things you have done, and what you have left to complete. You can see we need to talk to Agent Kelly again, which I'm super excited about because she's so friendly and so nice to work with, but it tells you exactly where to go. So the breadcrumb system is great because you don't have to worry about where to find people. I thought Ubisoft has always done a great job of ensuring, number one, that you can pet dogs, and you get to pet this good boy for a long time, and number two, always being able to find your way to objectives.
What's up, Doc?
She says, "What's up, Doc?"
Shit.
Shout out to Bugs Bunny. Again with the chopper. She just looks at him like, why did you even talk to me about a chopper?
That boy Kevin was right to be worried.
That boy Kevin.
Can count on you, right?
All right, guys, I think that's going to round us out for this first video of the Division Resurgence. The mobile game had just released today. I'm going to play a lot more of it and put some more like shorts and more targeted videos on the systems like weapons and upgrading, vendors, things like that. But for now, I just wanted to show the beginning of the game, how to get started, what it looks like, what do you do in Division, go through some of the menus, upgrading some of the weapons. And I think we covered most of that in here. So I think we're pretty much done for this one, but look out for more videos on the channel around this. The game plays phenomenally well. If you have a controller, highly recommend. If you don't, you can still play it, no big deal. But it is out today in the App Store and on iOS and Android as well. And if you have emulators on PC, like Mumu is probably the best one for this game. It's an Android emulator, and if you want to play with mouse and keyboard, you can play around with that. I haven't played with it yet because I didn't have a code for Android, so I'll probably boot it up today and maybe do a video on that as well, so you can see what M and K looks like. So far, controller works great though, so no worries there. It's not required to use mouse and keyboard, and Ubisoft has always had good controller support, and mouse and keyboard has been great for either way that you want to play. So again, I want to thank Ubisoft for the early access to this game. We were able to play it on the iPad Air 7, and I was able to play it on iPhone 17 Pro. Both worked flawlessly, and that's probably the main save that I'll keep for this game is on that device. Tune in to more videos if you're interested in Division Resurgence or anything around gaming news and updates. Please subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun in Division Resurgence.